Imagine this scenario. You created your Etsy shop after months of figuring out what you should sell. You take some photos of your products or download some popular mock-ups online. You make dozens of brand new listings, and somehow your competitors' listings look way better than yours. Chances are, if you realize this, then so do your customers. And I've noticed that Etsy sellers regularly make these 3 common mistakes when it comes to making new listings. And the number one mistake is one-dimensional photos. Now, this happens in 3 ways. You can take a photo of your product, remove the background, and then place it on either a white background, a colored background, or the absolute worst, a themed background. The white background is very Amazon style. Now, placing it on a colored background or a themed background really takes the focus off the product. Here's an example. I can see we're going Mardi Gras. We don't need the background to match the theme or the niche of the listing. When you look at the rest of the shop, they are taking a vacation themed graphic tee and putting it on a vacation-like background. Just the cherry on top is putting a border around this artificial background. And these types of backgrounds, they really take the focus off of the product itself. There's just so much to look at, and it really removes the focus from the actual product. What's another reason these backgrounds don't work? Part of what makes your product the focus of an image is lighting. And if there is even lighting across the entire photo, then it is a missed opportunity to really put your product as the focus. So if you miss the essential shadows and outline and definition around a product, then it's very difficult for this product to look realistic in the image. You can see there's an attempt to create some shadowing if you really zoom in, but it still looks so artificial. I don't think the wrinkles in the shirt are helping it look more realistic. Let's compare the difference between 2 photos that you might think are very similar. Take a look. This one is a one-dimensional white background. They removed the background. Now here you can see how this is an actual photo, how this creates shadows with the handle. And the edges are very clear and crisp because the light is coming from the left side. Here's another example where the photo, you could say the background is very plain, but it puts so much realistic focus on the product because the light is coming from the left side and creating that shadow on the right. For number 2, I'm going to give you a hint. What do these 3 images have in common that make these bad photos? Okay, I'll give you the answer. It is the props, okay? Your props might actually be ruining your images. And these could be props in your own photography or in the props in your mockups. And you can take an amazing product and kill its potential with props. What props do we want to avoid? I'm gonna give you this list right now. Converse sneakers, bright green baby eucalyptus, the farmhouse style shiplap background, right? That technically I'm gonna call it a prop. Outdated denim, and you can tell by the fit. Here we can see the ankle and the wash. Silver dollar eucalyptus, Gerber daisies. I would also say the same for tulips. Lots of pots of succulents. The wooden farmhouse beads. Sunglasses, which can be very polarizing based on the style, flip-flops or espadrilles. Really any type of footwear I would highly recommend avoiding. Also coasters on wooden desks, and I would really avoid marble. Right now, marble like this is very dated. Not only are props just often super distracting, but they're also going to be very polarizing, and they can date your listing. They can potentially cause you to lose a sale if someone is not aligned with your chosen props. So when it comes to props, I also recommend never showing the full prop, never showing the full couch, never showing the full table with the legs if you're putting a mug on it or a centerpiece on it. As we can see in this mug, right, it has the product in focus, the background. You could see there is a vase far off in the background here, but it's just the corner of the vase. Here, right, you could say the prop is the little tea string from a tea bag being in there, but it's just very subtle. The strawberries are not fully shown next to it. You can just see the little snippet, almost a third of the strawberry on the right side. With this, right, there's some greenery in it, but this is more of like a sage-inspired greenery. This is not the outdated eucalyptus. We never want the prop to be the focus. We only want to draw further attention and focus to the product itself. And an easy way to do this is also changing the focus on your image, where the product itself is fully in focus focus and everything else is out of focus. So when you're using, let's say, portrait mode on your iPhone, right, that can be an easy way to do this. If you are taking product photos with your phone, it should be in portrait mode. It absolutely should be. Now, even if you locked in the first two tips, your listings might still look cheap if you don't follow the 80% rule. Now, what is the 80% rule? This is where your item should be at least 80% of the thumbnail image. Now, I have seen incredible products and photos ruined by terrible cropping or maybe a lack of cropping. And what we fail to remember is that customers are not looking at your listings on the listing page itself, but they're really looking at it in the search results page, and most likely it's on their phone. Okay, and that is what they are seeing to make the decision on if they want to click in. The grandma recipe decorative board on the right here shows pretty large eucalyptus plant in there. You are going to want to crop that in much closer to the product and really get that plant out of there. This one on the bottom left, grandparent pregnancy reveal. If people cannot read what is on the image, then they're not going to click in. Even with this bestseller listing of the birthstone earrings, I think that would do a lot better if they were zoomed in a bit more to show the detail of these earrings. Here, the Bulldogs volleyball t-shirt is what they're selling, but that is taking up probably about 35% of the thumbnail, maybe 30% of the thumbnail, if that. You also want to make sure you're centering things. So here it says Sam's Garden on the bottom left, but why is it shifted to the right? Is it in order to include the flowers on the bottom left in the image? If so, just remember, we don't need to have your props be a feature in your thumbnail. So it would be totally fine and they should be centering that. Same thing with this where it says retired, not my problem anymore, that bag, right? They are shifting it to the left in order to show that full plant on the right. Well, if that full plant is not part of the product, we shouldn't center anything that's not the product itself. Sometimes it's salvageable with the right cropping. Now, if you're curious about specifically how to do apparel photos or mockups and how to integrate AI into your mockups, I do have an entire video breaking that down for you right here.